Good evening. Day 12. Put yourself into a better place. I'm Robert Gibbons. The allergies tried to keep me away, and then I looked at the Clark sisters documentary, and they said, "Is my living in vain? Oh no. Is my living in vain? Oh no." Put yourself into a better place. Today, I want to honor my mother, Dorothy, my father, Robert, my grandmothers, Versi and Maddie, my grandfathers, Sammy and Jethro, Ashe. We've celebrated a recent holiday, and many words came up during that holiday, like resurrection and spring and new world and blossoms and all of those kinds of things. So I was trying to develop a concept where I could use some of those terms for this particular segment. And so I decided that I would divide it up into two segments, and I would call it Resurrect Ourselves for the New World. Resurrect ourselves for the new world. And so I'm trying to honor those voices that I feel that can resurrect us to the new world. The first voice that I selected was Nikki Giovanni quilting the Black Eyed Peas. We're resurrecting our voices for the new world. Nikki Giovanni quilting the Black Eyed Peas. Her poem is called What We Miss, a eulogy. What we miss, the smell of evening in Paris, or sometimes Chanel No. 5, the bits of face powder left on the dressing table, the little tubes of tasteful, not quite trashy, but still very hip red lipstick, the almost empty bottles of off-pink fingernail polish. We miss the old fan oscillating, and the grunt of the girdle resisting its chore, the smell of Dixie peach, waiting while the iron heats to do its touch-up. We miss the instructions. I have to go to church meeting, and you have to heat up the dinner I left it on the stove, and don't stand in front of the window, and don't hang on the phone if you don't know the voice right away, and I'll be back as soon as I can. And absolutely, we will miss the clink of the heels on the sidewalk as they hurry off, proud, angry, determined, urging us on. What we miss. The excited chatter spreading the good news of victory or the horrible news of setbacks, always wondering why and questioning when, hoping now or at least soon. We miss the gatherings of the book club, the garden club, the Delta Alpha Zeta Sorority Missionary Society, the quilting bee, the Wednesday night prayer group, the voices lifted in prayer or song or irritation, calling for a better tomorrow, whatever better may be, but knowing whatever better is a change from that which cannot be tolerated today, as tomorrow must be sought, defined, embraced, and prepared for. And those voices from those women urged us on what we understood. The women had to work at home and at jobs, then give back for reading hour at the library or Girl Scouts, or try high, wide, then raise money for city kids to go to camp in the country and country kids to see Washington, D.C., our nation's capital. And all the other things women had to do, stay sane, and a woman they did largely without complaint, always without remorse, frequently without encouragement, but always urging us, because he may not come when you call, but he always come on time. And we have to be ready for any number of calls to lead hundreds of slaves to freedom, to report a lynching, to pilot an airplane, to guide 9 children through a murderous mob, to sculpt, to write novels and plays and poems and dance all over Paris and defeat the Nazis with the courage of the Rainbow Tribe, to sing arias and those soul-cleansing blues, to do anything we're called to do, because nobody is better than you, and we believe that because of the conviction in those voices urging us on. What we accept, the love, the challenges, the hope they offered, the necessity to remember, the vision to follow in their footsteps while blazing new trails, what we miss. The sight of those women walking down the sidewalk streets carrying brown bags full of groceries or leftovers or winter clothes in summer and summer clothes in winter, chiding us for missing church, applauding us for schoolwork or for the recital, acknowledging some small deed we did, finding something good and uplifting to say, urging us on. And the title of this piece is What We Miss, a eulogy from Nikki Giovanni, quoting the Black Eyed Peas. Thank you, Nikki, for blessing us tonight. We are resurrecting a new world through the feminine voice. I pulled the title. And the title I pulled was from Patricia Carlin's book, Quantum Jitters. Patricia Carlin, Quantum Jitters. The air you live on. There are 2 arms wrapped around your body. Can you feel that? It's a kind of not embrace, like an oval is not a circle slipping sideways. We're being lashed by expectation, a scourge that cuts the nerves and won't replace them the same way those hovering arms won't be replaced. Do you remember those arms? Listen, the air is not a game. What surrounds you is not the air you live on. And the title of this poem is called The Air You Live On, from Patricia Carlin's book, Quantum Jitters. Thank you, Patricia, for blessing us. I'm so proud to announce this next title. This particular voice is so dynamic. She is one of the foremost Zuhitsu masters in the United States. I have taken her workshop, I have heard her lecture, and she deserves all the awards and all the honors she receives. And this is Kamiko Hahn's book, Mosquito and Ant. Kamiko Hahn's Mosquito and Ant. And I'm going to read the poem Zinc by Kamiko. 1. The script is useful. I can love you, even express the letters. The stationery does not need fragrance because the words feel the air like dust motes circling above the blankets this morning, never to fall. 2. I mistook the tomato for a vegetable. 3. I mistook my husband's back for metaphor. 4. I mistook my desire to merge from simple algebra when that need is really cosmic. 5. Cosmic. 6. You are translating the immortal sisters back into Chinese to test the translation and try your hand staying up with dictionaries and charts. You forget the hour. And in your morning shower feeling drunk, tired, I know you. 7. Take zinc. 8. Bake me sweets, eat them and send the recipes, darling. 9. I received your postcard from a Chinatown coffee shop. Take your temperature, take your time, ditto the zinc. 10. The problem is delirium is addictive and infectious. 11. X and I finally remind one another of what is not available and what is. Hedges, rose, pine. 12. I mistook pronouns for tissue. And the title of that piece is called Zinc, from the wonderful Zujitsu master in the United States, professor and Zujitsu master in the United States, Kamiko Hahn, from her book, Mosquito and Ant. Thank you, Kamiko, for blessing us. And the last title, Resurrecting the Voice for the New World. And I had the awesome opportunity to hear the Poet Laureate of the United States read last year at the 92nd Street Y. And it's just, she is so amazing and so overwhelming, dynamic, vibrant, and all of those kinds of things. So I thought that I could close out tonight's segment by reading a poem from Joy Harjo's book, How We Became Human. Thank you, Heather Archibald, for buying me this book, by the way. Joy Harjo, remember. Remember the sky you were born under. Know each of the stars' stories. Remember the moon, know who she is. Remember the sun's birth at dawn. That is the strongest point of time. Remember sundown, the giving away tonight. Remember your birth and how your mother struggled to give you form and breath. You are evidence of her life and her mother's and hers. Remember your father. He is your life also. Remember the earth whose skin you are, red earth, black earth, yellow earth, white earth, brown earth. We are earth. Remember the plants, the trees, animal life, who all have their tribes, their families, their histories. To talk to them, listen to them. They are alive poems. Remember the wind. Remember her voice. She knows the origins of this universe. Remember, you are all people and all people are you. Remember, you are this universe and this universe is you. Remember, all is in motion. It's growing. It's you. Remember, language comes from this. Remember, the dance language is that life is. Remember, remember, remember. I get so overwhelmed when I read from Joy Harjo's book. And the title of this poem is Remember. Joy Harjo, the Poet Laureate of the United States. Tonight, we resurrected our voice for the new world. This is day 12. And also I'd like to send my condolences out to my friend Matthew Hubert. He lost his mother. And also to my friend William Washington. He lost his brother this week. And we offer condolences to all of our people, all of our voices around this nation, around this world. Put yourself into a better place. I'm Robert Gibbons.